Smash like, hit subscribe. This is a parody of CinemaSins' Everything Wrong With. I hope you enjoy. I shit you not, the trailer for this movie on the VHSs that I've grown up watching is just the X-Files theme.
What happened?
I got a blast from something.
Apparently, these probably $1 million space dishes can't detect an alien craft or transmission unless it's flying right past it. Presumably, they've been blaring Discount Aerosmith for a while now, so why did it take so long for the gang to react to the loud rock music?
Hey, that looks like a town. Can't be more than a mile away.
Okay, it's a small town in the middle of the desert. I very much doubt it has enough lights, buildings, or otherwise to look like a Vivas Las Vegas in the distance.
But there's snakes and stuff out there.
Well, rattlesnakes.
You faced vampiric furries and Tim Curry unleashing his ancestor. How are you afraid of poisonous snakes and stuff?
Hey, what's with that glow?
Right on roll.
If you don't want people to know you're mining the government's gold, maybe turn off the lights so the gold doesn't illuminate, telling everyone within a 500-mile radius.
Yeah, that's creepy, all right.
They literally look like frog people with triceratops frills and a robot body. They are not creepy one single bit.
Scooby-doo, where are you? We've got some work to do now.
This music's okay. It's no Third Eye Blind from Zombie Island, and it's certainly not that country theme that we got in Witch's Ghost. See? It's that guy from The Witch's Ghost, and it will appear in Cyber Chase next. This guy doesn't have an accent. I want you all to listen to the sentence he says and tell me if you think there's something odd about it.
Ah, you like to eat, no?
I won't. They stuck a bunch of wires to my head. They told me not to worry.
I know we all kind of assume that aliens have the technology to universally translate or have natural telepathy, but the fact they verbally told you that they just want to ask some questions didn't raise a red flag? That aliens are speaking your language? Nothing wrong with this one. I just want to subtitle this to give it some more context.
But then...
And then what?
Shaggy drags his mouth across the dirty floor and literally leaves no trace that there was ever a mess of burger there to begin with.
Be careful with that!
Be careful with that. You're the guy who set that thing up to fall out as soon as the door opened. Despite the aliens beaming down a spotlight of green onto the house, no one wakes up. Not even the people they're beaming down on top of.
We're all stringy! Ringy!
Why? Just why the poking in the finger? And just why? What? Why are they laughing? When an alien pulls out a handheld thing that extends and glows like that, you should be very afraid.
Like, what are you guys doing out here?
Shaggy's had like 7 girlfriends over the course of the franchise, and yet I never hear anyone ever bring up Crystal, despite her being probably the best pick for Shaggy.
Aliens, woo!
Aliens?
You understand him?
Clear as crystal.
Wait, I thought everyone could understand Scooby. Why is it such a revelation that someone else outside your inner circle does?
Oh, you sure have a lot of stuff.
Like, tell me about it. It's all my photography gear.
Obvious alien technology is very obvious.
Dream it'd be a nightmare.
No one's talking to you, Surge.
Surge? Crystal? Any particular reason why these character names are from Pokemon?
She's wonderful.
Freddy thinks that Shaggy's drunk, so he smells the bottle to see if there's vodka in it. I know this is the transition to the next song, but this scene can be taken way out of context of Shaggy being a creep.
I met by chance a girl in bell-bottom pants, and she likes to say,
Groovy.
Not only did this one shot of Scooby on a pogo stick inspire a toy, but that very toy's commercial was put on the beginning few minutes of the Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders VHS tape for some reason.
"Oh, she's so tall, like I will have to reach for high things."
Just a reminder, Shaggy is 6 foot plus. Person is so love-struck they end up making out with someone else cliche.
I wonder why those kids are sticking around town.
Relax, Serge. They're just passing through. You are so suspicious.
They have been here for less than 24 hours, and I'm pretty sure you overheard them say they were calling a mechanic to get their car fixed last night when they came into your diner to use your phone. And this whole interaction just means nothing because he is not the alien and has no reason to be the alien.
Hey, what's that smell?
Oh, just some cologne they had in the restroom.
First off, you use secondhand cologne. That's disgusting. And I assume that cologne has a trucker smell to it, so it probably smells like motor oil and gasoline.
Saw your van out by Scorpion Ridge. Your radiator shot.
Yeah.
What were you doing out there anyway?
Not only does this guy have a raging stick up his ass, but he gives up the conversation like 2 seconds later. So, again, another pointless scene to build up suspense on who's the alien. This guy apparently uses the Force to move himself and that dolly back under the car so he can continue fixing it.
Phew. That's a lot of oil there, Max.
Yeah, the radio dishes take up a lot.
Aside from the fact I'm pretty sure no oil brand comes in what looks like soda cans, I thought that oil was mostly used to lubricate machinery. I mean, you can also use it to, like, lubricate an engine, but I don't know. If you listen very closely, you can hear recycled dialogue from Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
We thought we got away
Scooby not only finds a cactus that is in full bloom, he pulls it along with his teeth. You know, I never noticed this rock formation actually looks kind of like a scorpion. I guess that's why they call it Scorpion Ridge.
Well, the locals seem to think aliens are being attracted by your dishes.
And by locals, you mean Lester the crazy landscape artist, right?
What are they doing up there?
Who knows? Wasting government money.
Unlike us.
Subtle, guys. Real subtle. And great job not taking the 2 extra minutes to wash off the wet mud from your shoes in the middle of this bone-dry-ass desert.
Hey! You can't do that!
What kind of fancy camera is this?
It's digital.
Again, obvious alien technology is very obvious. This guy just bought like a Walmart brand shed and parked it on the back of his truck. I wonder if anyone's actually done that in real life, thinking about it.
Point.
And all that motor oil Max said was for the South dishes? It's the wrong kind for hydraulics.
You say that as if the machinery they're using to mine out the gold isn't hydraulic machinery.
Looks like they're headed for Scorpion Ridge.
I wonder what they're looking for.
You'd better call it in.
Right.
Oh, so you just given up on trying to build up any mystery. You're just gonna give us the fucking answer. Great. No, wait. Thanks, movie. What the hell is up with that scene? Just try watching this without laughing.
Hello.
Okay, that's enough, Scoob.
Huh?
Like, quit trying to scare.
Can we call the fact that Shaggy confuses Scooby for scaly, slimy things a cliche at this point? I think so.
Well, this looks familiar.
This is the second time they could have gotten rid of the evidence or done a thing to keep them from exposing their plans. When Velma takes a sample, it sounds like this is gold spray paint on the end of this jackhammer.
Gold!
Pretty sure this is not how gold is mined. You either find a vein and pour it into a container to smelt later, or you shush it out of a river with a pan.
Aliens! Aliens? What would aliens want with gold?
Oh, fuck me, I forgot that movie existed. 10 sins for this movie reminding me of Cowboys vs. Aliens. Shaggy and Scoob survive a geyser firing steaming hot, probably scalding water right up their asses. Okay, I know this is my least favorite of the Scooby-Doo direct-to-VHS, and I hate some of these songs, but this one in particular is so fucking good. Take more sins off, why don't
We bought this chopper with some of the gold money. And we dressed it up to look like a UFO.
Take note that this whole ruse has the UFO bottom look very circular and round. And how no one woke up hearing a helicopter, I have no idea. But keep in mind of the spaceship they saw near the beginning of the movie, because it's completely different. Now, right here, you can see the ship they saw earlier is sort of like a triangular half-circle shape, kind of like a ship from the old school War of the Worlds. This is the ship Crystal showed up on, so why was she just flying around in the open like that? She's an alien government agent, isn't she supposed to be hiding or something?
Like, stand aside, ladies. This is man's work. Well, man's work.
Oh god, this did not age well, even back in 2000. I can practically hear the feminazis feverishly typing on their keyboards, leaving comments of hate.
If we captured those aliens, it would be worth more than all this gold!
You know, I think you're right.
Come on!
The sin here is greed, for willing to go the extra mile to trade in someone's misery and suffering just to fatten your wallets with more Benjamins and Abraham Lincolns. Crystal pulls a Deadpool, leaves all her alien weapons in the trunk, and leaves her dog Amber to take care of this machine. But let's take another look at that, because in a previous scene, we saw her bend an I-beam, a steel I-beam, like it was a pipe cleaner. She practically bent it like it was a wet piece of celery and tissue paper. Why is she struggling so much here? Scooby and Shaggy were literal centimeters away from straight up murdering Steve. Fun fact, Segways are only meant to be traveled on pavement. They're not meant to go off-roading in a desert. Shaggy, who was driving like a guy who just took crack, cocaine, and weed all at once, crashes into these drums deliberately and covers this woman in strange pink substance.
We were sent by our world to investigate signals from your planet, transmitted from the South Station.
Wait a minute. So, the station has been there for a year. Between then and now, the bad guys have been mining gold. And according to Lester, Crystal showed up about a week ago and has been bumming around taking photos, so what is this timeline?
Zoinks! You can talk?
Yes, quite well.
Dig that, Scoob! A talking dog! Real?
Imagine that.
Oh, wait till we get to Mystery Incorporated, where we find out that all the talking Scooby-Doo clone mascots are descended from gods from the planet Nibiru and are been manipulated by an evil force bent on devouring all that exists, and then causes a Solaris reset and pretty much writes everything back into order.
There you are. The television broadcasts you picked up were sent back in the 60s.
So just to be clear, South is a branch of the government that directly communicates and tries to communicate with aliens. They did not come from the station we saw in this movie.
I hope you will always think of me as a friend.
Of course, Crystal. I just wish that, well, you know.
I'm looking for someone too. But they say long-distance relationships never work out.
Yeah.
Proof that Warner Brothers didn't know what they were doing. Crystal was the one that got away, and was the most compatible for Shaggy. And just a reminder, we got returned to Zombie Island. That was a piece of shit. But we never got a follow-up to this movie, where Crystal returned and needed Shaggy's help for an interstellar mystery. I genuinely cried a bit when I saw this scene. Wait, are any of you watching this actually crying? Wait, if Crystal's mission was to investigate whether Earth had life because of the signals they got back in the 60s, why was she here for a week? Just to take pictures of the local wildlife and make a catalog of our planet in case of future interactions?